his professional record. 17 victories, 17 defeats, 2 draws, and 3 wins by way of knockout. Coming to us from Esmeraldas, Ecuador, please welcome Ismael Ocles. And his opponent, boxing red corner by left, wearing white with the colors of the United States American flag and the flag of Ireland.
Although that looks like a knockout type puncher. That's the other thing O'Toole has is you know, sometimes you see these long rangy fighters and you think that they just stay away with their feet. Defensively, he gives very little opportunity to score points. If you watched him in that moment, and you'll see it again, he gets so small so quickly and so tight so quickly that even though Ocles is throwing punches, they're not really going anywhere or doing anything, right? They're all off the arms and off the shoulders and off the elbows. So
Come on, Tommy.
well, snot rocket from Ocles. Nice to see. I don't know whose ring this is, but send it to the dry cleaner, at least the canvas. If you focus on the foot fighting here, they're both really competing for that outside foot. We've talked about this at length in righty-lefty matchups, and some guys just forfeit it. They don't think it's a priority, right? And I think you're watching both these guys understand that it is a priority to win the outside foot. Right? You're seeing a lot of stomping on the toe. Yep. And that's not a malice move. It's just the way it goes in a righty-lefty matchup. But that's where that height advantage / disadvantage happens, right? He's so small that you got to kind of change the angle of your punches in order to make contact. Because I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse than missing, because it takes so much out of you to miss than it is to make some sort of contact. To me though, it looks like, and I could be overstepping here, it looks like Tommy is not concerned about the power. Just by the way he's approaching his counters, it just seems that way, and it's easier for me to say ringside, but you know what I mean? Like he's putting himself there more than maybe he would with a big power puncher. And his angle after is so fantastic. You know, using the rear hand as a jab in a righty-lefty matchup. And back of the head a little bit right there.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Ocles smiling in between rounds. So, here's something interesting. In my fight against Hines at Fenway, you were commentating, and Hines refused the chair, the stool, after the first round, and then he sat for the rest of them. And you made a comment about, if you're going to stand, stand. If you're going to sit, sit. So in this moment, if he's standing now and showing that he's fit, fine. But if he sits down in the next round, it's a big tell to the other side that, oh, something happened, and I'm now fatigued. And to be honest, I picked up on that in my last fight, like, oh, you're fresh, and now all of a sudden you're not. The tides are turning a little bit, you know? So let's see. Let's keep an eye on that in between rounds. Nice jab to the body. O'Toole keeps that rear hand chambered. He keeps it right up by his chin the whole time. You know, it's really dangerous when it's in that chambered, lock-loaded spot. Good feet.
He's definitely having a hard time landing that straight left to the head.
And that's what we were talking about, height advantage versus disadvantage. And if this dude is disappearing in that moment, it's really challenging. So a little fight after the little punch after the break there. I don't think it was malicious. It's a good right hand by Ocles. Snot Rocket on the shin, 2 for 2 with Snot Rockets. Break him up then. He's right. If you're going to say break, you got to get in between. Good work against the ropes. You know, but Ocles isn't going to go down with a punch. I mean, look at him. He's got muscles on his eyebrows. He's strong.
He's got muscles on his muscles.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But you know, this is, if there's anything else, right? These are two competitive fighters. This is a budding star in Tommy O'Toole and a guy who's 17 and 17 who's been in there with some really talented fighters. If this is a depiction of anything, it's a depiction on the matchmaking of Nolan Bros Boxing Promotion. If you want your 14-0 promotional headliner, Tommy O'Toole, to get to the next level, this is the guy you give him. You gave him Vaughn Alexander at Fenway, incredibly tough matchup. And now you give him this guy, dangerous, strong, powerful. You have to see something different from O'Toole in order for him to be victorious in this fight. This is building a fighter 101. I mean, for guys who have been in this game for only a year, the Nolan brothers, it's an exceptional view of how to build a fighter appropriately. You could throw a bunch of 1-17s at this dude forever, and then he'll get to 30-0 and whatever. But this is the type of fighter you give him. This is a dangerous fight. I know that's strange. I've never seen him in Orthodox. Yeah, I've never seen that. Go ahead.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, December 13th, mark your calendar, final show right here. Nolan Brothers' final show of the year.
Producer Rob taking an angle right now for that picture. Nice overhand. But like I said, O'Toole stays chambered with that rear hand, and he catches a lot of those awkward punches over the top. That's such a hard angle to defend against. Good head movement by O'Toole. I'm not sure why that got stopped in that moment. That didn't seem like a moment to stop the fight, or stop the action. Nice body jab. Smart. Yeah.
And that's dangerous against a guy who's this size.
But like I said in the lead up when they were kind of just staring each other down, his distancing is so good that I think I don't want to say he's comfortable there, but he can get away with it. See how he's just out of harm's way?
Yes.
But as fights change and guys get rangier, then it's maybe not a great habit to be in, but I do like what he does with that lead hand. He keeps it out there. You call it stirring the pot.
I love that.
I like that. It keeps a jittery guy like Ocles active. It keeps him doing something in the moment of that hand being out there. Yep. And it gives some tells, right? It gives like, what do you do when I do this type thing. Tongue out from Ocles. He rubs his head. A little gamesmanship going on here. I'll tell you what, I like Tommy a lot. I really do. O'Toole's a great kid. If he rubbed my head in the ring, I'd probably light him on fire after the fight. That's really not great. But he's the best. He's a good dude. See, that's what I'm saying. Look how small he gets. Like that. None of this. That's not doing anything. He gets so tight and so small. Still standing in between rounds. I think he's fresh. I don't think he's tired right now. I think he's in good solid shape for a 10-rounder. Chanel Rodriguez in the corner, giving great instructions, telling him to win the outside foot and throw the right hand over the top. I think that's right. Or is that snake charmer again? That especially righty lefty, I would say, because there's all that foot action, that foot fighting, and that front hand fighting. Look at that. I mean, optically, there hasn't been a punch thrown this round, and he's forcing Ocles to do so much stuff with his feet, with his brain. It's mentally exhausting. Yeah, for sure. Now, if you're Ocles's corner in a fight like this, you're smaller, you're probably behind a little bit. What do you say? Like, what's your instruction to get this turned over to the other side?
You're gonna have to get inside.
Yep.
Behind your jab, or follow his jab comes back low. So once he
and that shot right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Get in and just work.
And just be the inside guy. Yeah. I think you're right. I think if this fight remains at mid-range or at distance, there is very limited chance for Ocles to be victorious in that moment. It has to be tight for him to have advantage. But in this range, well, not that range, but in this measured range, it's hard for a lot of people to beat O'Toole at that measured range. I mean, he's just picking his spots. It's like hitting a heavy bag. Nice left hand. Short left hand straight down the pipe. Good shot. He's a finisher. So watch O'Toole right now. Look at what he does. I've seen a lot of guys put a guy on the mat. You could tell this is what he does for a job. He gets to the neutral corner and looks right at his corner for instruction. That's high-level shit right there. Other guys get excited in that moment and they play with the crowd. He goes right back to his corner. Kudos to him for having the head on his shoulders. This isn't even his full-time corner, and he trusts that they're going to make the right instruction for him in that moment and goes right to them. But it's all about his distance. His distance is so freaking good. He's got him square against the ropes, and they end the fight. Wow. It's all about distance, man. His ability to control the space between him and his opponent, it's exceptional. And that's why that short left hand gets in, and that's why he can land that barrage of punches at the end. He owns that ring when he's in it. Great finish. That's a 14-0. Now 15-0, rising superstar finish right there. That's how it is done. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to hear him on the mic after this. And listen, O'Toole is a great kid. But I gotta say, and I hope he listens back to this, he's got 65 fucking sponsors on his shorts. He can't be that good of a kid. I mean, what is going on here? That's insane. Every business in Massachusetts is on his shorts right now. That's crazy. He's a nice guy, but God, what's going on?
Kevin Hope, where's a halt to the action? Your winner by TKO victory and still undefeated, Tommy the Kid O'Toole.
Let's hear him on the mic.
You know I love music.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 2 minutes and 48 seconds of round number 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get Tommy O'Toole on the mic here in a second. But after that, we'll be signing off. Tom Paris, Rico DePaulis, Oceanside Superstars, Blood Milano. What a great event. Thank you for joining and bearing with the technical difficulties. The brother and the boss.
Good to go with your shorts tonight. Your second schedule rounder, but you don't let it go 10 this time.
Yeah, I'm going to be painted everywhere tonight. All the support. I want to thank the best promoters in New England, the Nolan Bros.
He's calling out Caleb Bland, Edgar Berlanga. He's ready for it.
We had another great year with Pro Rex. What are you looking forward to next year?
Well, big fight now,